Good morning, everyone. So we got the fall major this week. I'm gonna do an expert guide here. The fall major, you get a little bit different kingmakers. As you can see, they have the little major logos on them. You get more clan points, I think 50% more. And then you get a little bit different banners. They have these little trim at the bottom, as you can see right there. But those are really the only differences between regular tournaments. You do have the two new balls. The Harvest Ball, which is a Titan ball with extra side spin, and the Autumn Ball, which is basically the same as the Gear Ball. So that's a pretty decent ball. It doesn't have a ton of uses, but if you do play like master tournaments, there are definitely uses for it every now and then. So I'm going to use these two bags. I'll use the Extra Mile. This is kind of a worst case scenario for those of you that don't have a high level Thor or high level Apocalypse or whatever. And then the other bag will have Quarterback, which I'm going to try to use as much as possible, of course. So we'll go ahead and get started. Hole 1. There's kind of two routes that you can go, but I'm just gonna kind of go the blast it as far as you can route. Just kind of try to get in between those two bunkers right there, two sets of bunkers. I'm gonna play about 20% extra wind, so about 12 in wind, which with the Extra Mile 8 is about 6 rings. So I'm going to adjust my rings and then push the ball guide back out to get all the distance that I can. I'm going to curl a little bit to the right. And the reason I'm curling a little bit to the right is because I want to stay away from the bunker on the left, and I also want to give myself as good of an angle as I can to the green. As you can sort of see right there, it kind of gets me past all the trees. I didn't really want to get that close to the rough though, so I may look at putting a couple bars of left spin on and doing everything else the same. So, good shot from our opponent there. He's playing it the same way that we are. Let's see if we made it to short iron range or not. Does not look like it. So, with it being downwind, I'm going to aim a little bit short in the left of the hole. And then this club is about 1.8 at min, I believe. So I'm going to go maybe a little bit over 5 rings, 5.5 rings. I kind of over adjusted a little bit just to, just because it's a little bit downhill. One other option on this hole would be a Berserker, and that would certainly, well, you can see our opponent's actually in short iron range, so yeah, maybe just those few bars of left side spin. Looks like it is enough to put you in thorn range, so that's really where you want to be on this hole. Give yourself a pitch shot. Would not have played it that way though. So I'm not going to play expert with this account, so I'm going to go ahead and forfeit out. Hole 2 is par 3. And I believe I want sniper for this hole. And this hole's playing pretty significantly downhill. I think a lot of people have come to the conclusion that it's about 30% downhill. So, or 30% extra wind adjustment. So, instead of 9.8, you're probably looking at about 13 miles an hour of wind to adjust for right here. And I believe we're at roughly mid distance on sniper, so 1.2 per ring, so probably 11 rings or so. So let's see if we can't get this one dialed pretty close. So as you can see, pretty significantly downhill. Max, man. Yeah, so we're right at mid club. So I'm a little bit left of the hole, just because the wind's going to push it back that way. 9.3, we got a lot less wind, so about 12.5. So probably about 10.5 rings for us. So there's 8, 10.5. Then I'll go a little bit of curl as well, just because we have so much side wind. Gonna need to kind of counteract that one way or the other. So I did hit a great ball to the right, and I still ended up left, so I probably used a little too much curl. But I think the backspin was pretty close there. And I aimed just short of the hole with my backspin, so that would seem to allow it to have just enough speed to get to the hole without blowing past it. So two fairly easy birdies so far, but nothing special just yet. Hole number 3, par 5. I'm gonna go ahead and bring Guardian just for this hole. Just because that extra bit of backspin makes it much easier to stop the ball. You do have side wind on this hole, so you can't really try to bomb a snow globe or anything like that way down there. You can, it's just gonna kind of be a waste. So, as you can see, this fairway slopes pretty severely right to left. You can kind of see that with the ball guide too. So I'm gonna put quite a bit of left curl on this. And then we need to go about 10 rings. So 5, 10, and then, like I said, a good amount of left curl. And hopefully that'll avoid the rough on the left side. If you have a Thor's Hammer 6, that's a great club for this hole. All that topspin will let you get way down there, possibly into long iron range. So that's definitely advantageous if you have it. And as you can see, we were 355, he's probably 390. Yeah, so 35 extra yards there, just based purely off of topspin. So min, max, kind of mid clubs, maybe 1.5 per ring. Gonna have to get pretty aggressive. So that's at 1.5 per ring. So 7 rings. Let's see if this is any good or not. Yeah, it's gonna be too far left. So gonna need to over adjust that. But looks like with Guardian, you will have a chance there to spin it back into the cup for Albatross. I think that's really your only good chance for Albatross. If you use the heel back there as a backstop and roll it back, I haven't seen anyone that's rolled back off that hill yet and made it, so doesn't seem like it's a very high likelihood. Yeah, that kind of seems like a waste. Kind of a waste of a really good drive. So yeah, I think definitely Guardian or Saturn, because yeah, with this Goliath, he just didn't have enough backspin right there to actually go at the hole. So let's put Sniper back in and go at the next one, which I believe is a par 3. Ooh, that's a crappy wind. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna go. I guess 6 bars of backspin. Plus 20%, so 11 miles an hour at 1.3 per ring. So probably 9-ish rings. We can't even do that. So I'm gonna have to underpower it a little bit. Oh man. So, sheesh. Yeah. You're probably gonna need to bring Guardian on this hole. Guardian or yeah, like this guy's doing, like a Tsunami or a B-52. Because yeah, a Sniper and a power 3 ball, that's not gonna work. That's way too risky of a shot. So yeah, I would think B52 or a full backspin Guardian shot, landing on the fairway up there just short of the green is going to be the way to play this one. Oh, I'd bring the B52 if you have it, just because that's a really good ball guide. So yeah, the Guardian would be the safe shot, but the B52 is probably going to give you the better chance to make the hole-in-one, I think. Okay, hole 5. I'm not sure about this hole. Thinking we may be able to reach the green. Or not the green, but the fairway before the green. See what type of wind they give. Yep. Would seem to indicate that's possible. So, this is uphill. So, let's try straight topspin. Let's see how that works. Oh, get left. Okay. Oh, sit. Okay. So kind of a tricky little shot there. That seemed to fly a lot farther than I was expecting. Huh. So yeah, that one's gonna take a little bit of figuring out. My immediate reaction would just be to put full right spin on it. And it doesn't even really seem like I needed to curl it to the left, so that may be all I really need to do. Wow. Holy cow. So yeah, you're definitely going to want to figure that drive out a little bit better than I did. So this is going to be about a 25% Malibu shot. So playing about 2.5 miles per hour, a little bit less than 2 rings maybe. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely a hole that you're gonna need an eagle to win. I think that one and probably number 8 as well. So, I think really for expert, a winning score is gonna be at least 28 under on the weekend. Hole 6. Yeah, I'll stick with the same clubs. But yeah, looks like you're going to want to get the 3 par 5s, and then hole 5 and hole 8. If you're going to win. I could definitely see 28 under winning, because it's going to be kind of hard to get any other extra strokes other than those. But definitely seems like you'll need to get those. So I'm going to try to kind of aim a little bit short, just because that second bounce is going to expand. And then 2.1 per ring. So 4.5 rings or so, maybe. Let's see if we can get this one over to that fairway without overpowering it. That'll work. To have a better shot at albatross in this hole, you're definitely going to want to probably overpower your drive and just bounce once on that first fairway. So that was kind of a safer shot that I showed you right there. But if you're going to go for albatross, definitely bring your sniper. And I imagine you'd probably play a rough bump on the second shot. Would probably be your best chance. But yeah, that's the drive right there that you would want. To get a little more aggressive and go for the albatross. Okay, so this shot is kind of flat. I'll play a little bit extra wind. I'll play it as 10 miles per hour. But nothing crazy. So I'm going to need to curl it a little bit. 10 miles an hour is going to be 1.2 per ring. It's going to be 8 and change. And like I said, I'll curl it just a little bit. Oops. So, easy eagle there. Definitely like... Let's see if he does the rough bump. Maybe. I think the rough bump's going to be the play to make the albatross. I don't think there's any way a sniper has enough backspin to stop before the hole. Yeah, I don't think that's even going to be close. So let's go to hole 7. This is going to be the last par 3. And I think this is going to be a sniper shot. That's my gut feeling. Yeah, so I like this shot right here. Just the full backspin sniper shot. This is going to give you a really safe birdie, and you're going to have a chance at the hole-in-one. It's just, no matter how you play this hole, I don't think it's going to be a very high percentage chance of making a hole-in-one. So, to me, I just want to take the safe birdie shot. Holy cow. Wow. So let's try something a little bit different. Let's try aiming out here. go 10 rings. A lot of curl. I have seen one. Well. So yeah, you definitely don't need all of that backspin. I have seen one person go past the hole like that and roll back into the hole. So I think this is the one hole that I am going to go ahead and put Apocalypse on. Because I think this is a pretty important hole. And I wish I knew the wind direction, because if I did, you may be able to get away with a quarterback. But I'm just not sure. Yeah, I think you could get away with a quarterback, actually. I think. I'm gonna go with all 4 bars of backspin. I'm gonna start out aiming right there, and then I'm gonna go 25 miles per hour extra, which is 17 rings. Let's see if that's any close or not. Oh, sit. So I do think that a quarterback would work there. It's going to be the same adjustment, 25 miles per hour, so quarterback would be 25 rings. And the quarterback, you also have more backspin, which is nice. The quarterback doesn't have the distance of the Apocalypse, though, so you probably won't need... honestly, 4 backspin would probably work pretty well for a quarterback as well. So, I think the adjustment's pretty good. I think 25 miles per hour extra for the hook is about what you're going to need to go. It's just going to be a matter of finding the correct club and the correct amount of spin to use. Because neither one of us did it. But that's why we bring the Malibu. Holy cow. Glitchy ball guide. So, definitely, yeah, I think 14 under is going to be what you're going to want to shoot an expert. If you can get any extra than that, then that's going to be an amazing score. But I think if you can get hole 5 both times on the weekend and hole 8 both times on the weekend, it's definitely gonna give you a good shot at the win. I think minus 28. Because the other holes, hole 1, hole 1's actually kind of gettable. If you can hit a little bit better drive than I did. But none of the par 3s are that easy. And then the hole 1 is the one other par 4, so it's going to be really hard to get any extra shots other than hole 5 and 8. So let's do this. How do I want to play this hole? I don't know the wind direction, so I'm going to have to go with extra mile. I would like to go to the right on that little bitty fairway with the quarterback. If it's downwind, just because that's a super easy second shot if it's downwind. But if it's a side wind, then that's going to make it for a pretty difficult drive. So, dang. Yep, so my recommendation would be go quarterback over here and try to lay it up right here. Make for a super easy second shot. But it is what it is. So 2.1 per ring, 4.5 or so rings. Hopefully that great ball won't put us in the rough. Oh. Okay, so we should still be able to make eagle from there. But yeah, there's a few different ways I'd recommend to play this hole and then to bring the extra mile. Another option is to just absolutely blast a berserker as far as you can. And I think, I may be wrong, but I think you should still be able to reach the green, even out of the rough. So I think that'd be another option. But I think my two recommendations would be to play it the way I just played it, or bring quarterback and play to that little fairway on the right. It'll make for a super easy second shot. But this is actually a pretty easy second shot right here. So I'm gonna try to land right here. It's 5. We got about 9 rings. A lot of curl to get it to roll off of that hill. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's an eagle. It is what it is. So I think we got all 3 of the par 5s. Didn't get hole 5 or 8, unfortunately. So definitely would like to get both of those, I think. So I think minus 12 is not a bad score. I'll go back and check my bracket in a second just to see what people are shooting. But yeah, I think minus 28 could win expert potentially. So pretty solid round there, plus 9, all bogeys. So we got minus 13 there. He got number 5, and he got number 8. So, and neither one of those guys has any. None of those 3 guys have any expert banners. So yeah, I definitely think you're gonna want to shoot at least minus 13. At least get 1 out of 5 and 8 every single time. But I think if you want to win, I think you're gonna need to get at least a minus 28. So that's how I'd play those holes. I think hole 5 and 8 just need a little bit of fine tuning, and those 2 can be eagled pretty easily. So good luck with your rounds, guys, and go get those major banners.